I wanted a new DMR that could really go out to those far ranges and touch people, but I was also on a really tight budget. Maybe it was about less than $250, and building a nice DMR for that cheap is not that hard actually. People are saying you need to invest hundreds of dollars into it. You really don't. You just need to know what parts you need to prioritize on. Base, this is a Matrix SR-25. You can get it off Evike for $135 with the coupon code. Very nice steel. It does have a polymer body, but it doesn't affect performance at all. Actually just makes it a little bit lighter, which is nice. So I'll show you the process on how I built this DMR on a budget that'll outperform many other people's $300–400 stock guns. So let's get into it.
So here we have the Matrix SR-25. Plastic body, pretty standard. The selector switch doesn't lock into semi. There is a block there that should stop it, but there's actually a cutout in the selector switch that lets it go to auto. So I'm gonna replace that selector switch so that it's semi-locked. Comes with BBs, which I'm probably not gonna use. Mag and actually a foregrip, which I wasn't expecting. Something strange about this gun. It's actually stock wired to large Tamiya connectors. The standard Tamiya connectors that you get with airsoft guns is this small green bit, and this large Tamiya connector is this white bit right here. Now, something cool I didn't really expect is that once you pop out that rear body pin, this gun actually pops open like this, and it has a split hop-up unit, so I can't put in the Pro Win that I was kind of planning on putting in. I guess I could remove that piece and do it that way, but then this receiver won't split open. Here I have installed an Action Army 6.01 470mm type bore barrel. Eventually I'm planning on replacing this with a 509mm 6.03 inner barrel, but this is what I have on hand right now, so that's what's going in the gun. So you can see a little bit of the gearbox in through here, and there's a small gap up there. So what I'm thinking might be happening is this section right here is a bit too big, and it's not letting the grip sit properly. So I'm gonna go to that side of the belt sander whenever I take this thing apart, sand that down so that the handle sits flush and we can shim perfectly. Pop the gearbox open. It's kind of weird because I don't know if you can tell, but it actually uses the standard M4 cylinder length, which is kind of a bummer because I was hoping for some increased cylinder volume. In order to make up for the extra space, this cylinder head is actually extended somewhat, which is very weird. So that means my my normal version 2 dual O-ring cylinder head won't fit on here, so I'm gonna have to do other stuff to fix this air compression. So this is the original air nozzle that was on the gun, and is a replacement I got for it. As you can tell, the replacement I got is about 1 millimeter longer. So we'll check if that still feeds, and if not, we'll shave it down a bit and re-radius or re-crown the edge. So I've installed the other air nozzle on, and time to check the air seal. My finger to the end, and that is a perfect air seal. So upon taking out the cylinder head, as you can see, it actually has a double O-ring, which is really nice, especially for this stock cylinder head. I just wish that the air nozzle that came with it was a bit better. It could really use an O-ring, but if it had an O-ring, the air seal on this thing would be perfect stock. So it's the next day, and I'm heading out of town, but I decided to work on this air nozzle a little bit. It was super tight before, so what I did was I got a lighter, and then I just heated up the this section of the air nozzle on with the lighter and placed this on, hoping that the heat and the tightness would stretch out the O-ring, and so far it's a lot looser now. It moves more freely. Might work on it a little bit more, but I wasn't sure if that was gonna work, but it looks like it worked pretty well. Hey guys, I'm back in town, and while I was out, while I was out, I was doing some thinking, and I was thinking that I would take the 13-to-1 SHS gears that I have in this gun and put them in this thing. So just for a little bit better trigger response. It won't affect accuracy at all, so skip this step if you want to, but I want it because trigger response is very, very nice in a DMR. So that means I have to completely reshim this thing once I take that thing apart. So I'll just put this together real quick and set it aside so I don't lose any of the shims or the parts inside of it. And I'll work on taking this thing apart. So I've got the gearbox all shimmed up. It's got 4 screws in, and this is what it sounds like with no lube. Cast off the tip with some blue tape, just to see what it would look like, so I don't, you know, get an awkward spray pattern on the rest of this barrel right here. I'm using a matte black spray paint you guys can get from Home Depot. Just gotta shake it up, hold the can a solid like 6 inches to a foot away, and then just light passes until the entire thing's black. So, as you can see, I've got the entire thing assembled. Put a bipod foregrip and a scope on it. This thing weighs a ton, and this is what it sounds like. Locked semi-only, so I can't show you the full auto, but it's pretty good on a about half charged 11-1 and an M130 spring. So, no complaints here. It'll have some nice quick follow-up shots whenever people don't call their hits. I'm probably gonna upload a gameplay video next time I go out and I use this gun. If that ever happens, I've like recorded 3 Airsoft days and didn't spend the time to edit any of them. But I'll upload some gameplay of this, hopefully, and you can see how well this performs. This gun, stock with the Evike coupon code was about $135. We have a $12 spring in there, and a $12 air nozzle. So the gun itself, without any accessories, cost about $150. No, that's not right. In terms of upgrade parts, all it has is an M130 spring, a Matrix high torque motor, about $50, and a air nozzle, which costs about another $12. So you could essentially build this thing for $210. The flat hop mod is actually free if you just use the parts you have on hand. You can cut a nub out of an eraser and just use stock hop bucking.
Also, if you want this trigger response in here, you would also have to put the SHS 13-to-1 gears, but those are only 25 bucks. That brings up the total cost to 235. Not much at all, seeing as that's less than a lot of stock guns. Anyways, thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you next time.